Good morning, students. This is the third part of the chapter When, Where, and How. The picture on your screen is of National Archives of India that is located in Delhi. A number of documents of the British time and of the earlier time had been now preserved here. They are a valuable source of information about the British period. This is Rashtrapati Bhavan, that is one of the monuments that had been built by British in India. This is also a primary source of archaeological buildings built by British in India. This is a newspaper which is a secondary source of information which gives us information about the British period in India, whereas a photograph of the British period is a primary source of information. Now let us talk about the unofficial sources, which is also a primary source. Apart from the official records which tell us about the views and experiences of the officials who have written them, we also need to know the experiences and thoughts and ideas of the common people. So historians also turn to the other sources of unofficial records such as diaries maintained by common people, kings, rulers, pilgrims, travelers' accounts, and autobiographies of important leaders to get the information about the British period. They are also an important source of information and throw a light on the British era in India. After that, the second group of information or the historical sources about the British period is the secondary sources. As its name suggests, second-hand accounts of events and the sources that derive information from the primary sources are the secondary sources. There are many examples of it, like for example, newspapers, magazines, pamphlets, reports, reviews, articles, books, films are the examples of secondary sources. A number of books of both and foreign languages throw a good deal of light on the progress of different fields like medicine, engineering, art, literature, maths, music, dance, and drama during the modern period. British historians wrote a number of histories describing the rule of various governor generals, their lives and political achievements, whereas the Indian writers wrote books that brought awareness about the exploitative rule of the British period. Right? They discussed the public issues. They also spread different reforms, different messages amongst the people. They expressed their views about the British period by the help of poetry. For example, a book of Dadabhai Naoroji, that is Poverty and the Un-British Rule in India. So, a number of leaders and reformers also wrote books and articles to spread their messages amongst the people. So not only the official records and the books written by British, but also the books written by Indians are important sources of information for historians to reconstruct the colonial period. When inquiring about the past, it is important to study both as well as primary as well as the secondary to balance the view about the events. Because often people introduce their own prejudice and opinion while describing events. For example, British accounts of their rule in India can be widely different from those the way Indians wrote about their rule. So it is important for historians to go through both the types of histories, both the types of sources of information to reconstruct the history of India. This was all about this chapter. Thank you, children.